Hey, I'm here with a buddy of mine off camera, and he has this guitar. He just bought it, a Squier Mustang, and he wants to make a Kurt Cobain Smells Like Teen Spirit video replica. So it's the right color, although technically his guitar was like champagne, right? Yeah.
Burgundy.
Burgundy. It was a type of wine or something. Burgundy. And it faded to like a blue, almost like a Lake Placid blue. So this is blue like it ended up in the video with the racing stripes and all that. And what we got is pickup covers, because Kurt Cobain changed this pickup cover to black. We got a hot rails to put in the bridge, and extra special thank you to Mr. Knights. Yes, Mr. Knights. He kindly offered to donate this to our cause. So, thank you so much. And a Tune-O-Matic bridge, Goda, to replace this bridge here, because that's what Kurt did on his. So then, after the video, he did some more mods, but this is just the Smells Like Teen Spirit video guitar. So we're going to do that, so stay tuned. Okay, sorry, I was just corrected by my pal here. I was incorrect. Apparently, the black covers may have been an option stock on the Fender guitar, and the hot rails wasn't put in until he smashed the guitar in Nashville. I haven't fact checked this, but I have no reason to believe I'm being lied to. So anyway, just before people complain in the comments and all that, oh, and by the way, click on subscribe and all that stuff. So let's get to work. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is replace the pickup cover. We're going to take this off, take the pickup out, and take the white off, and put the black on. So be right back after we've unscrewed everything, and I'll show you how that's done. All right, so we unscrewed the pick guard, pulled it up. Had to glue a little piece of wood right here. But anyway, so here is the pickup. Just unscrewed those, and the plastic cover comes right off, and it's like a little single coil, almost like a Strat pickup underneath. The black pickup cover goes right on, and boom. So then all we do is screw it back in, and the only sort of catch is you have to screw it with these springs in, and it's a little tricky to do, but it's not that difficult. And I'm going to do that and be back. Okay, so we replaced the pickup cover with the black, so pretty neat, huh? And now we're going to replace this pickup. So what we're going to do is we just take this pickup out and wire it to everything. There we are. Wire it to everything that this had come off of. So I was looking at it, and my buddy here, who owns the guitar, pointed out that I should put this on the YouTube video. So coming out of the pickup, because there's a phase switch, coming out of the pickup, there's two wires that are at both ends of the coil. Usually one of them's hot and one of them is the ground, and that's just a pickup, bam. But since the phase, we want to switch the hot and the ground so that the hot becomes the ground becomes the hot. So I was looking at this, and I thought the white and red wires, and it's probably really difficult to see, but I thought that the red and white wires were the ends of the coil, and the black wire coming out of the pickup was just the ground. But I wasn't sure, so I Googled and came up with a diagram and looked at it, and actually what's going on is the white and the red look like they're diagonal, but these two legs of the switch are also soldered together. So it doesn't matter if the red wire is here or there, or the white wire is here or there. So anyway, just in case anybody was not sure about that. So all we're going to do is solder up the Seymour Duncan pickup and put it in place of this pickup, just matching the hot in the ground and then the actual ground. So the two coil ends and then the ground. And then we should be all good to go. So we're going to solder that up. So I installed the pickup, meaning just screwed it in, the Seymour Duncan hot rails. So now we have all these wires, and I Googled, and I have to see my phone, to wire it just as a plain old single, pickup. The white and red are going to get soldered together. So I simply twist them. Okay. Then I'm going to solder them. Then I'm going to heat shrink them down so that they're out of the way. Then we have the black, green, and plain. So black is going to be one end of the pickup coil, and green is going to be the other end. Normally black would be ground and green would be the hot. And then this bare wire is just like the shield ground. So black and the bare wire would both be ground normally. But we're going to hook it up to the switch, just like we had with the white, red, and black. So the white is going to be green, the red is going to be the black one, and the black on the old pickup is going to be the bare wire. And we'll solder that up, and then we'll see if it all works. So be back in like 12 seconds of YouTube time. So put the pickup in, soldered it all together, and my buddy showed me that there was an issue with these switches, and it might be something that would be helpful to people. If you look underneath, see there's that black plastic piece that sticks way out there. Okay, he was, I guess, messing around, exploring.
I tried fixing it. It came stuck from the factory.
And he undid the screws to take the switch to try to fix it, and found that this would be an issue. So all we already fixed this one here. All you do is you unscrew the two screws for the switch and make sure that that black plastic piece is lined up with the holes. So as you can see, there's a hole right there. It should be lined up, the screw should be going through that hole on both ends, and it's not. So in case that's an issue with anybody, it's an easy fix. I already fixed this one.
And in case you tried fixing it and it ends up looking like that, and you're worrying you need a new piece of plastic, it's actually like a slit, so if you put it through that, it moves a little bit, but you didn't put a hole through the plastic.
Okay, so did you get that? Awesome. Okay, another slight glitch. We had to flip the Seymour Duncan pickup because the pickup cavity, this is where the wiring would go. So, like the old pickup had the wiring at this side, so it would fit. The Seymour Duncan had the wiring on this side, and it didn't fit. So we flipped it, and we're going to put it together.
Better option.
That should work.
Better option, get the older Seymour Duncan pickup, or if the Seymour Duncan logo bothers you, put a piece of black tape over it.
Black tape over the logo. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we put the pickup in and everything, and it fits perfectly. And we left the strings so that we could just do a quick test to make sure that the pickups work and everything's wired before we start putting it together. So now my pal is doing the grunt work and putting all the screws back in.
You want to continue leaving the strings on?
Yes, because we're going to now next do the bridge.
We need to do the bridge.
Right, and see if we need to shim the neck.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll show you how to do that next, if we have to.
So, of course, this bridge going into here, you know, that's no good. So we had to make a trip to the hardware store and got a couple of poplar dowels, 5/16 of an inch, and then drilled a hole in the middle of them for these posts with a 9/64 inch drill bit. So now what we're going to do is a little bit of glue and put it in there, and then hammer the post into it, and we should be good to go. So stay tuned. Okay, all right, we're super excited. We put the wood dowels in, drilled little holes, tapped the post into it, put the thumb wheels on all the way down, because I thought we might need to shim the neck because this might be too high. But as it turns out, it seems, you know, not tuned up, but it seems like the action is up enough, but not so high that it's crazy. So I don't think we're going to need to shim the neck, but we'll see once we string everything up with the correct strings. So there we go. It looks awesome, and we will
You'll also have
string it
to
up. Yes.
get, if you want the right strings, it's 1052 Dean Markley strings. They come with the purple and
These are the
gold
strings
bottoms. And then you
that he
string,
got.
and you want to string them through the back, so you can't use the what bar is it?
Tremolo bar.
You can't use the tremolo bar.
Okay. So
But
we're going to
that's
string
how-
it up, and we'll see how it sounds. So it's all finished. Ta-da! We did not have to shim the neck, although possibly he may want it shimmed at some point because the action's a little high. It's about how I like it, but I like the action a little bit high anyway. But he might want it a little lower. But nonetheless, we'll handle that. Everything's done. The stringing it through the back of the bridge, like Kurt Cobain did, makes the angle over the little saddles very shallow. So I took little, you know, saddle files, diamond saddle files, and cut the slots slightly deeper because the strings were popping out of the slots when you were, you know, hitting with a pick. So anyway, all done. The Seymour Duncan sounds great. Much quieter than the single coil. I'm not used to playing this guitar. The neck's a little too chunky for me. And the strings are 10s. They're like gigantic. I'm used to 9s. Okay, pop the distortion on. Because that's why we're here, right? I'll turn it up a little bit. Pretty cool. There we are. So, no, leave it on because that's the heart rails. That's the single coil, right?
Yeah.
by itself?
If you turn, no, that's not by itself. Now it's by itself.
Okay. So as you can hear, it's pretty noisy. So see. Okay.
That's both pickups.
So there we are. Rock on.